Hey there, all my bariatric brothers and sisters. Nurse Mike here, World Heavyweight Champion of Nurses. And I'm doing this video today because a lot of people have asked me. Now, you guys know I've been working out a lot. I hit the gym, I do yoga. Basically, I'm trying to get my body fat down and my muscle mass up. So a lot of people have been asking me about protein and how you get the required protein to build muscle. Now, early on, especially just post-op, usually we're on a liquid diet of some sort, right? So, I will say, follow what your doc recommends, okay? Some docs like a certain type of protein shake. That's fine. What I'm going to talk about is a little bit further down the line when we're able to actually eat more foods. Because at the end of the day, once you're out of the liquid phase, the best source of protein is actual food. Yes, protein shakes and protein supplementation are good, but the best source of protein is actual physical food protein. I will say that once you start going into the soft phase, there are a couple things that are really good for protein. One, I mean, we all know it. Something in the fridge here. Bang. Eggs. Eggs are one of the easiest sources of protein. How you cook them is up to you, scrambled, fried, hard-boiled, whatever you want to do. But eggs are great, especially in the soft phase. Eggs are good. Something else, I will say that when you're getting early on, and you start moving into soft foods and pureed foods, not a bad idea to invest in a slow cooker. The reason I say that is they're great for making like kind of soft, all-day stews and chilies. Perfect example, ground turkey. Early on, ground turkey, ground chicken. It's easily digestible. You throw it in a slow cooker with some tomatoes, some beans. The only thing I'll say about beans, with canned beans, be careful of sodium content. 380 milligrams per serving. It's a lot of salt. So if you're going to eat canned beans, make sure that you are hydrating appropriately and getting all your fluids in. But beans are a great source of protein. Chickpeas also. Ooh, cool thing about chickpeas, if you want like a crunch, you roast these in the oven. And what do you got? 6 grams of protein per half a cup. Okay? These are good. Obviously in a salad or anything like that, you just want to eat them in a chili or a stew. But roast them in the oven and you get a little crunchy thing, a little salt, a little pepper, money. I am not a huge fish fan, but I don't consider tuna fish regular fish. It's tuna fish. You know, it's not like halibut or flounder or something like that. Tuna fish, great source of protein. What do we got here? 13 grams of protein per serving for 2 ounces. 4 ounces, obviously 26 grams. Depending on how much you're allowed to eat, that 3 to 4 ounce early on, tuna fish is great. As you move a little more forward with your protein and what you're allowed to eat, people want to eat steak. So, forgive me. We'll get into this. I just finished working out all morning. This is my protein shake. I'll talk about my protein needs, so forgive me while I'm drinking this. So as you get into eating meats and chicken is phenomenal. Chicken thighs work really well in a slow cooker, and chicken thighs digest a lot easier than, say, chicken breast. By the way, for those who are vegan or vegetarian or non-meat people, check out Made Up Mama. Made Up Mama on YouTube. She is a bariatric patient who is a vegan, and she has some great videos about like lentils, and she goes shopping for like non-meat stuff, all protein based. So if you don't like meat or you don't eat meat or whatever, check her videos out. I am not a vegetarian by any means, and to that end, when you start moving into steak and meat, one of the easiest steaks and the best digested steaks early on, filet mignon, and it's fantastic. I mean, come on, filet, it's better than that. Now, these look like, I would say these are like 2 8-ounce fillets, so that's about a week's worth of meat for me. Even now, I'm 17 months out, that's still going to last me 3 or 4 or 5 meals, 4 to 5 ounces at a pop. Now, some other things when you're getting protein, people want protein on the go. So nuts, almonds are pretty good, but I will say be careful when buying nuts because this is the important thing here. Raw, okay? You don't want dry roasted, you don't want honey roasted. Yeah, walking through New York City, you see those nut carts with the sugar and the caramel, and they're delicious, not exactly the healthiest option. Moving on. Now, when it comes to meat, I need a lot of protein for the amount of workouts I do. I probably take in about 200 grams of protein. I take in about 1 gram of protein per pound of body fat that I have. To do that, I require protein shakes and supplementation. Now, I will say that if you start getting into protein shakes, be advised that not all protein shakes are the same. Not all protein is the same. Something that a lot of us use, and it's a go-to, and I get it, the Premier Protein shakes. Oh, they're portable, you throw them in your bag, they're easy, I get it. However, Premier Protein is a protein blend. There are different types of protein: whey protein, casein protein, soy protein, egg protein. I'm not going to get into the whole science behind what they are, but just understand that certain proteins digest differently. Whey protein digests faster. It's good for pre-workout, post-workout. Casein protein digests slower. It's good for like a before bed, or if you're not working out that day, or you're going for a long period of time. If you're at work and you're not getting protein for a long period of time, casein is good. Premier Protein doesn't tell me what type of protein it has. All it says is a protein blend. Milk protein concentrate, caseinate whey protein concentrate. It's protein, agreed. I just don't know what kind. So as a last resort, Premier will work. When I started out, IsoPure. It's a pure whey protein. It's no carb, low carb. This was recommended by my doctor. This is good stuff. What I use now with my workouts, it's called ProGym. It's the thing about this that I like. First of all, there's like 12 different flavors. Mint chocolate chip, red velvet cake. This is what I got in here, the red velvet. But the nice thing about this is it's a protein blend. It's got whey protein, micellar casein, which is that long-acting protein, egg white proteins, which are kind of the middle of the line. So it's giving me protein for fast digestion. It's giving me protein for slow digestion. That's going to help me throughout the day. By the way, something I like to add to my shakes personally, and you can pick this up, you can add it to anything. It's peanut butter. It's powdered peanut butter. It's delicious, actually. I've got some in this shake. This shake, actually, it's 2 scoops of protein, a little bit of egg white, and some of this. So the shake is about 60 grams of protein as a post-workout, which is good. And it's tasty as hell. A little red velvet peanut butter. It's good stuff. Something I also just started getting. Yes, it is the largest tub of protein I could find, but this is casein protein. It's by a company called Cage Muscle. Not important, but I use that before bed because the micellar casein digests slowly over a period of 6 to 8 hours. So if you take that before bed, it's going to digest throughout the night. So when you're not working out, when you're not doing anything, that protein's going to help you. Last quick bit, protein bars. I know that our docs don't recommend them, especially post-op. Directly post-op, forget protein bars. You can't eat that. Protein shakes, soft foods, stick to that. But as you get further and you start working out and doing things, yeah, people want to do protein bars. I will say, be careful. So I have a bunch of them. I get them in the mail. People send them to me for testing purposes to see if I like them. The thing that I always look for is protein versus carbs versus sugar. So this is by a company called Muscle Farm, and you got to look at it. So it's got 30 grams of protein, which is pretty good, 30 carbs, not so good, and 8 grams of sugar. I will say that if you're going to get any protein bar, make sure it stays under 10 grams of sugar. I think that's kind of important. Medtrex sent me these brownies. An ex-fat guy, you're sending me brownies that have protein in them? It's fantastic. So I looked at it and I went, protein, 28 grams. All right. It's also 300 calories for this little thing. But the important thing here, and the reason I don't like these, 20 grams of sugar. Too much. Same thing with this. I got this the other day. Hasselbeck. I think it's Elizabeth Hasselbeck who hosted The View, and I'm not going to get into The View. And my personal opinions as a nurse about The View. Go back a few years to some of my videos, and you'll see why I have issue. But the problem with this one, so it's got 26 grams of protein, not bad. 45 grams of carbs. It's a lot. And then 28 grams of sugar. I mean, I don't know who they're selling this to, maybe athletes, but no, bye. You know, and then this one actually is tasty. This is Robert Irvine, you know, the chef who looks like that. He's got a line. These aren't bad. 30 grams of protein, 27 carbs, 6 sugars. Not bad. Again, this is 380 calories though. So this is basically another meal. So I'm pushing 12 minutes here, guys. That's what I got. Any questions, feel free to email me, text me, message me, hit me up on the YouTube page. I hope this was helpful. I realize it went a little long, and I apologize for that. There's a lot of information, a lot of food I have to eat. For those who are new to the process or directly post-op, again, doctor's recommendations. Stick to your doc. Anybody else, hit up the message boards. If you have questions, ask anybody. We've all been through this. We're all doing this together. I think we're all trying to help each other. Understand that everything I talk about is my experience. I am not a doctor. I'm not a bariatric surgeon. This is my experience with these things through what I've done, what I've achieved, and what I've seen. I am a nurse, and I do take some of that I take that to heart, that I try not to give too much medical advice, but I know what's worked for me, and the things I've shown you worked for me. Whether they work for you, I don't know. Give it a shot, okay? Also, diet, exercise, those are the important things. The tool is only what you make of it. You guys are all awesome. You're all kicking butt. If you need anything, hit me up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Be good.